That was good, YouTube. It is your boy Trell here. I know it's been a while since you guys have seen me. I do apologize, but I'm back.
He's not sorry.
If you care, of course. And of course, as always, this is my heterosexual life partner who's also a nice guy that does YouTube, Paul. Today we come at you guys with a video about our top 5 XZs. We all know the XZs have pretty much taken the game by storm for the last few years. And some of them are just too good to not go without some kind of mention. So we have decided to come up with our top 5 individually.
Yeah.
And we want to see what you guys think. Anything else, Paul?
XZs are cool. Let's get started.
Alright, you guys, number 5 on my top XZs list is actually going to be Diamond Direwolf. This card is Earth 2000 attack. It is a beast. Pretty much, I'm just paraphrasing for all the monsters. But pretty much it says that you can detach, target one beast, winged beast, or beast warrior on the field, destroy it, and one other card on your opponent, or actually one other card on the period. Makes it really good. Anything that is spot removal in this format is really good. It's a generic rank 4 XZs. It's a 2000 attack, so you can pop something else and another card on the field and still keep the 2000 base attack and do damage. So I like using it. One of my favorite combos, of course, is to make it pop my own Garunics and then start the combo off from there. So I think that it's one of those cards that should not go without a mention, because like I said, once again, spot removal in this game is very, very important, even if it's just a 1-up.
So my number 5 is Wind Up Zenmayo. This card was super good when wind-ups were top tier deck, but I still think it's actually a really cool card now. Now, granted, there are rank 5 monsters that kind of do more useful things, but the cool part about Zenmayo is that it can actually get you some major pluses for basically free. Being able to destroy set cards is great, and when it was released, most set cards couldn't really be chained. I mean, nowadays they'll probably get chained. But the thing is, like, +2, very few XZs in this game actually just kind of objectively are able to plus. So that's a really useful thing. Also, I love windups, so bringing them out is like super simple. So yes, number 5, Windup Carrier Zenmayo. Is it Carrier? I don't know if it's Carrier. I don't know, whatever.
Number 4 on my top 5 list of XZs is going to be Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller has been around for a very long time, pretty much, especially in this format. Abyss Dweller is very, very important. It's a very good card. It has a quick effect that pretty much says for the rest of this turn, your opponent's card effects activated in the graveyard are negated. And let's be honest, there's not a deck in the format that doesn't have any kind of a graveyard effect that isn't devastating. BA especially, I mean, Burning Abyss is pretty much running the format for the last 2 formats, obviously, and it still is. Abyss Dweller is one of those guys that says, at least for 1 turn, I can stop everything that you do, which means you're going to make it a big turn, especially since most of the decks that are in the format nowadays are OTK decks. And BA need that OTK halfway through their graveyard effects. It's also going to work for Shaddolls as well. Only deck it pretty much does not work against is going to be Kleeforce. But once again, I still like the fact that it negates all of the other cards, because Kleeforce have their own weaknesses. But right now, the graveyard is the biggest threat to the format. So, Abyss Dweller, gotta love it.
My number 4 is Ghost Trick Alucard. Now, I know a lot of people like this, and so it's kind of a try-hard pick. But Ghost Trick Alucard's cool because he is another rank 3 who, similarly to like Zenmayo, can just sort of objectively plus. You can just detach from him and just pop a card. And like that, again, is a rare effect to see in XZs. And most decks can bring it out. You know, Burning Abyss, that's in their extra deck too. But like, it's always been good since it's released. Anytime you had a tour guide, anytime you could go into rank 3s, it was just a super useful card. I like it also because it's got like that 1800 attack to where, like, you know, after it pops a card, it can actually get in damage too, which is extremely helpful.
Number 3, you guys, on my top 5 XZs list is gonna be my boy Consider Pleiades. I mean, it's pretty much an obvious. It's a rank 5, it's a light, 2500 attack, and it bounces any card on the field during either player's turn. It doesn't destroy or anything special like that, it just bounces. Which means if you use a lot of resources to get something out, we're gonna bounce it back. I mean, it is a killer against Shaddol, because pretty much they're gonna go into that Shaddol fusion, bring out Construct, bounce her ass right back. And you've already used your Shaddol fusion for the turn, so you're pretty much not gonna be able to use it again. So once again, Consider Pleiades, not much as you can say about it. 2500 beat stick. Also, you can overlay it with M7 if you're through with it. It's just a really good card. Plus, with Honest being at 2, if they do decide to get something big enough to get over it and you can't pop it, you can't remove it with this effect, just Honest that motherfucker.
My number 3 XZ's monster is Volcasaurus, number 25 Volcasaurus, I think it is. It's really cool because blowing up a card, like Ring of Destruction and a monster, this card's gotten me out of a lot of tight spots, and it also steals games. I like windups, so you know that, of course, it would be in my list, but it also just has a lot of attack. And the cool part about it, if you don't know, is you can blow up a card with it and still attack. You just can't attack directly. And if you really need to attack directly, you can always like overlay Gaia Charger, the Thunder Dragon, or Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. I don't know. Either way, it's really useful, and if you're one of those rank up players, you can actually rank up into it from Grinosaurus with Astral Force. So, neat thing to keep in mind.
Number 2 on my list, on my top 5 list of Xyz, is going to be Evil Swarm X of the Night. Now, we all knew when this card was coming out, it was going to be a great card. It's a quick effect card, works on either player's turn, your main phase, or your opponent's battle phase. It's just too good not to use. It's pretty much one of those cards that Konami created that pretty much, it punishes your opponent for making good plays, for having advantage. It says that I'm allowed to come from behind with all of your advantage and actually even the playing field, if not, swing it in my own favor. It's also a light once again, which means it can be used on us. It's a 1900 base attack, which isn't great, but it's pretty decent for for the beaters that we have in the game. And once again, they have to pretty much waste a resource to get rid of it before they go into battle phase, because if they don't, he's just gonna nuke the field. And once again, he can do it more than once in one turn, just not in the same chain. So he's still a big threat. So if he does it once and you still have more cards on me, I'm just gonna do it again and bring you down even more. So Evil Swarm X of the Night, once again, it's pretty much the rich man's way of saying, yes, I fucked up, but this is my second chance at life.
My number 2 monster is Tiras, Keeper of Genesis. Go figure, another wind-up monster. This card though is super useful. It, unlike the other rank 5 monsters, is a little bit more objectively good. They're kind of more situational, but you can just summon Tiras. It can't be destroyed. It has 2600 attack, which is really big even today. And the best part is you can pretty much attack safely. The only thing you really have to be afraid of is like deprison. And when you attack, you can destroy stuff, and that's really useful. I love Xyz monsters that can actually like get pluses outside of just running over things, because so many of the Xyz just save themselves and stuff, but she kind of gets both jobs done at the same time. So she's really, really useful. That's number 2.
Number 1 for me, you guys, is gonna be Trell. Is it either it's Atella Knight Trell, however his full name is. Anyway, let's just be honest. On his summon, he bounces every card on the field, which means unless you have a breakthrough skill or something channel that actually even does anything to him, then he's pretty much gonna bounce the field and still gonna bust in for 2100. And also, of course, if he leaves the field while he has Xyz material, he's just gonna special summon another one. So he just keeps the wombo combo of Atella Knights, which is what they do, always summoning. He just keeps that same ignition in place. So anything that doesn't destroy, that doesn't banish, that doesn't pretty much send anything to the graveyard, especially in this format, is really good, because now you have to reset your field. And unless you have something down that's going to stop him, he just got a free poke of 2100, and he also just resets your field. So if you have extra deck monsters, those go back as well. You just lost all of your advantage. And you want to kill him, but the problem is if you kill him, he brings out his little brothers. So he's like a little fucking ninja that just keeps on giving.
Number 101, Silent Honor Arc, is my number 1 Xyz monster.
So cheesy.
It's my favorite Xyz monster because it did what Castell did first. And for those of you people who jump ship to Castell, I like it better because it has better stats, it can protect itself, and bouncing the monster like back into the hand or deck or whatever is cool, but putting it under yourself as an Xyz material is also pretty cool. Because after he takes the monster, he can't die like from Dark Hole, Raigeki, you know, things like that. And at 2100, believe it or not, after you've taken someone's special summon monster, if their field's empty, they're gonna have to kind of commit if they want to be able to get rid of the Silent Honor Arc. And so that makes it useful. Plus, you can even like summon Honor Arc and just not use its effect, and just have it kind of apply pressure. And if they can't get rid of it the first turn you do that, then the next turn you can steal special summon monsters. Pretty cool. And it's rank 4, so every deck can use it. Those are our number top 5. What'd you think of mine?
I think they sucked.
They're all good in wind-ups. It's the best deck ever. Yours are just random monsters. One of them can't be summoned by like anything but Atella Knights. That's true. I mean, no, I think I like my favorite one in your list is Abyss Dweller, because it's literally Rex today.
And of course, I think my favorite one of yours is 101. Of course, I think it kind of got crept out by Castell, like you said, but like 101 has always been that nigga.
101 is number 1.
01.
We're clever.
Where's your one?
Oh.
Oh shit! Gotta know about that, did you? Huh? No matter how you flip it, it's just like, what are you, 10?
Just kidding. So if you guys liked the video, we want to hear what your favorite Xyz monsters are, because there are quite a lot of Xyz. And they technically are still coming out, so...
Yeah, we got plenty more coming out. Yay.
Oh, I read something the other day, like on Martin Luther King Day, it was like, Martin Luther King is the reason why Xyz and Synchros can be released in the same set.
Oh, I get it.
I thought that was clever.
So Martin Luther King is the Xyz, and who's the Synchros?
Well, no, like he's the reason why whites and blacks can be in the same set. Yeah.
So would the Synchros be like Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah, I guess.
No, actually, I think the Synchros would be Bill Clinton.
Yeah, he arguably did more. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Remember to share your favorite Xyz in the comments, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! And more Trell.
Maybe. I mean, I'm too old for this shit. I'm like 40.
You can tell. And we will catch you guys later.
Like tomorrow or something.
Yeah, probably tomorrow.